We are indeed live. For a little bit, I'm going to be talking right up next to the mic because my 2-year-old, who has been screaming for the last 3 hours, is finally asleep. So, I'm going to try and be quiet to give her some time to just fall right into that deep sleep. Um, if you missed this afternoon's session, we took on a bandit camp and kind of wrecked them. Like it was kind of the easiest fight we've had so far, which I'm cool with. I kept saying I didn't want every fight to be just this slog to get through where everything has to be perfect play. Um, and this one wasn't that. This one felt a lot better. We also found a box of herbs, and we know that somebody over in not the exile camp, but in Felsworn Village, I believe, uh, was looking for these herbs. So we're gonna make our way there. We also need to level up. We also need to do our task, and we have a treasure map that we need to follow. We're looking for an outcropping of white stones. And I feel like my camera just moved itself for no earthly reason. The problem when everything has a mind of its own is you kind of just want it to not have a mind of its own sometimes. Anyways, that's my rant on AI taking over everything. Of course, this is not. I would be shocked if my camera were running an LLM. I don't even know what that would accomplish. But I do know it tries to focus on different things. It tries to move around all by itself, and I really wish it wouldn't. I'm just shuffling my travel deck since we just did a end of day, and it's time for us to move along. So to level up, we have to go to the guild or the exile camp to refill my pack for free. We have to get to Felsworn Village, and I think, yeah, I want to fill it for free. But the exile camp has free repairs, if I recall correctly. And we do have some injured armor, as you can see. There's some injured armor slots. Yeah. In what was a fantastic turn of events last time, we got some really good leg armor, and feet armor for the ranger, for Rix the Triumphant Trickster Scout. So, hopefully, those come in handy in future combats. Now, I think we're just going to head straight to Felsworn Village and then do the level up after that. So let's do this. We move on this forest path, and we flip a travel card. It is Dark Wings. Oh, dang. There was like a fight we could have done, but not now. High above the grasslands, you see the silhouette of some large winged creature making slow circles. We discard this and then draw again. And I think this is the Carrow fight. If we had gone on a grass route, this would have been fighting the Carrow, which we have been told not to do. Low spirits. We are on a forest route. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Alright, well, that's great. So we each spend a speed. Two. And Alright, that has been updated. But we make it to our destination, and we continue along. And it's like, do I care which way I go? I am curious. Alright, I never actually put away my tiles from last session, which I should do. I should get into the habit of doing right away. But here we are. This is life with small children when you're also trying to do some stuff on the side. You kind of just gotta do what you can when you can and be okay with it. Alright, yeah, I don't know if it matters which direction we go. You know? So as I'm putting away tiles, I'm just going to say, let's go on this plains path. Like, not knowing the order of the travel deck means it doesn't matter what order I do this in. Alright. This is a plains path that's a single red flower. Growling stomach. You enjoy your travels taking in the sights. There we go. That means nothing happens. And then we'll go on the road path while I put away this big tile. Okay. So we are doing a road path now. Dripping rain. Dang. Okay, well, we're gonna get hit by something either way. The journey is difficult and your spirits sag. Huh. Oh well. We each lose another speed. But we keep moving, and we go on one more road path to get to the village. Oddly familiar. You pass this way easily. Sorry, I need to get this one out of the way. Road path is nothing. I kind of moved my little card reader device here by accident. Alright. So in the village, we explore the location, or we enter location. And this is Big One. I should probably clean up my monster cards at some point, but here we are. Alright. I remember, I think we had to go into small 4. And I'm going to have Zertle, no, I'm going to have Rix doing the reading, Zertle being the leader, the RP leader, which means that Rix is going to get the RP points, because they have none right now. She has none. Let's go enter small 4. It's been a while since we've been to town. Alright, and we have NPC 11 in here. Pretty sure that's who I'm supposed to talk to. Although maybe it was someone over in Keepskirt who did the herbs? No. I don't think so. I think they were looking for the cleric. NPC 11. the herbologist. And the box of herbs says, keep this card in the party inventory until you find a card with the exact text, my shipment of herbs. And this says, I'm out of stock and my shipment of herbs has gone missing. Holla the herbologist. Says that. So we found the quest giver. So we draw event 9 using this key item. Herbs returned. Hala claps her hands. Ah, my shipment! I'm surprised someone as unique as yourself was able to recover it. You tell Hala about your battle with the Puckles and their halfling leader. He sounds like a real rascal. I wouldn't be surprised if he shows up again. I'll have to hire some security for the next shipment. Well, I guess I was wrong. You really aren't as useless as you look. She produces a small wooden coin and a glass potion labeled Hala's Herbs. She proceeds to unpack the boxes, placing herbs of all kinds out on display. Add job 10 to the job deck. Wonderful. We have more things we can possibly do if we ever finish our current one. We have to find the sword. It's somewhere in the world. I know that much. So I'm just going to add job 10 to the deck. I'm not going to look at it yet. I'm going to put it in the correct way, though. Tonics and herbs. Oh, cool. Get rid of key item 13. This one. And NPC 11 goes to the B side. And small 4 goes to the B side, so we gotta get that changed. It is now a quaint apothecary. Your eyes and nose are assaulted by the fragrant, brightly colored herbs. The shopkeep looks up at you as you walk through the door. It's a clever little touch in that now there's stuff on all the shelves. I like that. POI 6 goes to the B side. Which is that the POI for the town? It might be. No. POI 6. What is that? Oh, that's the one where the thatched house was just closed. Okay. So now we can actually talk to the people in the house up here. Okay, and gain Dossier 2 and Dossier T23. Keep this card as a squill. DOS 2, DOS T23. T23, not useless. Dossier 2. So I guess the some of the dossier entries are titles that are similar to like Fable, not necessarily good. Just kind of tracking your journey. I prefer Triumphant and the Kind versus not useless, so I'm not going to equip that right now. But we did get Hala's Potion, which is just a healing potion. So we'll hold on to it. Awkward. Sorry. Okay. Yep. We get to keep this as a squill. We have several of those now. We could do other things while we are here. Yes, we can go talk to the guy in the inn to refill my flying fish knapsack, which I should probably do. What else? Right, we have a whole new building to go explore. But first, we talk to Hala. A dark-haired woman stops sorting a basket of herbs to look up. Oh, she's sassy and she has a nasal voice. Well, well, well. Thank you for finding the shipment. My shop can now operate normally. What can I do for you? Did you try to drink that potion I gave you? Why do you say it like that? Shipment or potion are our options. We're going to go talk about shipments. Only so many times I can tell you thanks. My patience is running thin, okay? Too bad those puckles got away. I'm sure they'll be up to no good. We can talk about puckles. Puckle bandits. Usually we don't worry about puckles. They're so hot-headed. If they do get into a group, the little egotists can never agree on anything and just end up fighting each other. It's that halfling. He's the real trouble. Erky was his name, right? I asked our warden, Gray. She saw a little redhead halfling around here earlier. Gray thought he was an exile. I guess with you lot, it's a bit of a mixed bag, eh? We get a roleplay point, which is awesome, because I'm running low. Potions. Now. Let me top that off for you. If you come back again tomorrow, you can have another refill. Fill Hell's Potion with markers. You may take this action once per day. So we're not going to do that today, because it's full. But we can do that once per day. It's a shame this town is on, like, the edge of the map, so it's kind of hard to get here, because we get a lot of free stuff here. So, let's go go into Long 2. Talk to the innkeeper. Kind of forgot there was an NPC 9 in here. I don't remember what his deal was. I think he was just telling us to avoid the Caro. Let's talk to NPC 8, who is the innkeeper. Refill our our flying fish knapsack with fish. NPC 8, where are you? There you are. Darley the innkeep. Sandwiches. And Darley brings out some delicious smelling parcels wrapped in brown paper. Here you go, flying fish special, fish and pickle sandwiches, caught just off the dock here. Oh, he's suave. Come back tomorrow and I'll fill it up again. It's always important to figure out your voice before proceeding. Fill the flying fish knapsack with markers. You may take this action once per day, which we are about to do. So, hooray! Free cubes for everyone. And the knapsack lets us just give speed back to people, which is important because we lose speed pretty often. Alright, and then we hop out, and we're going to go to POI 6, which I suspect is where this halfling is hiding. So let's look at POI 6, Thatched House. You're standing before a small shack. There's a sign painted of a fairy with a man punting. The door here is closed, but has a small hatch in it. The sign reads, "Knock for service." It's hard for you to hear, but it sounds like someone is talking on the other side. Let's hear/listen. Where could he be? I told him he wasn't cut out for adventure. I hope he's just lost and the Carrow didn't get him. There's a loud sigh and the voice trails off into silence. Get a role-playing point for Rix. And that's all there is to do there. Alright, well, let's knock. A man opens the hatch and looks at you. Exiles, eh? How many squeals have you earned? If you have less than 3 squills, go away. If you have 3 or more squills, come in. We have exactly 3 squills. Thank you very much. We, come in. I don't like you, but maybe you're not useless. So place SML small 7 and then index this card. Fair enough. Let's find small 7 and head there now. Riverside Shack. The man lets you into the small house. Inside, it looks like a bit of a mess. Through the window to the east, you can see the water flowing slowly by. The man runs a hand through his hair, then gestures to a chair for you to sit. And now we're going to have Rix lead the conversation so that Zertle can get his last RP point. Seems like a good plan to me. Let's do this. NPC 12. Can we, like, fast travel around the world? Water-wise, at least? That'd be pretty great. So yes, Rix is the one leading the conversation. Jeffrin the Raftsman. He's a human man who is stern and likes to adjust his hat. A bearded man stands here looking uncomfortable. Alright, exiles, I'm Jeffrin, and I normally run the ferry that crosses to the east. Right now, though, I need your help on account of my missing brother. Stroke beard. I can offer some squills, which I assume is your price. We can talk about brothers, squills, or ferry. I want to know about this ferry. Where does it go? Where does it come from? Where does it go? The ferry. I'm not going anywhere until my brother is found. Okay, fine. Let's talk about the brother. Well, my brother Ellic moved to Saroon City last year. That fool got caught stealing and was exiled. I let him come stay with me, but that weren't enough. He joined the guild, same as you. Last I saw him, he said he was going on a quest, wearing one of those brass pins. I told him to give it up, but he wouldn't. Quest, you say? Yes, he said it was to slay some crazed wild boar. I don't know exactly, but he headed west into the tall grass towards the Singing Fields. He was going with his guild buddy Raffin or something. That was days ago now. I'd be obliged if you'd go look for him. And that gets us an RP point for Zertle. Woo! And by the way, this is the... There's our ferryman. Very cool. So we have to go west towards the Singing Fields. Let's note down some information. Singing Fields. Ferryman's... Bro. Also, That sack and potion refills once per day in what is this, Felsworn? Felsworn. Sweet. I think we're all done talking to this guy. I think we have a quest. Oh my. Oh. Alright, we can talk about squills. My brother's done a few quests. He had a little leather pouch with squills in it. If you find him, I'm sure you can have one of his as well as mine. Wait a minute, you just have squills. Oh, okay. I'll admit I don't know how this economy of squills works. It seems a little made up. We leave. Let me clean up my tiles. There's small 4. Small 7. There are some missing numbers, which is a curious fact for me. Long, whatever this is, long 2. That was pretty easy to put away. And then, big tile. Big one. It's the big one. They really do expect you to come right here first. What if you don't, though? Like, I don't know that I did. Pretty sure I spent a little bit of time elsewhere. Oh well. We're on an adventure. And we have our world map of the basin. And we need to get to the Exiles camp to level up and get some of our stuff back, I guess. Road path. Second breakfast. You're so hungry you need to take a break and eat some food. According to my travel card. I'm just going to let the token go. I don't care. Do not care. It's fine. And then we're going to do another... no, this is a plains path to get to the camp. Broken carts. A large cart is here, slowly inching along. You may draw NPC 41 or discard this and draw again. I would love to draw NPC 41. Let's do this. I like lore. And you're just going to dump an NPC on me. I would love to have some lore dump. Let's see what happens. Tark the Merchant. He's a human man who is dejected, and his actions are a big sigh. A small man is here pushing a large cart. He looks out of breath as you draw near. Oh, hello. I'm sorry. I'm afraid I haven't got anything to sell right now. It's one thing for those bandits to take all my merchandise, but it's just all kinds of cruel to run off with my mules. Bandits, you say? I'd love to hear more about these bandits. Were they puckles? Oh, puckles! Thieving, scaly beasts. They came and swiped it all. Thankfully, I was on my way back to Eastgate, so I was pretty empty. I made good sales down in Keepwick, what with the wedding and all. Worst part is, bandits took my mules. Okay, let's talk about these mules. Poor mules. I don't expect to find them again. My guess is the puckles ate them already. That being said, might I ask for your help? What do you need? Great. All I need is for you to keep an eye out for me. I need a strong pair of pack animals able to pull this big cart. Let me know if you see anything. Let me get an RP point, but I don't understand... Oh, okay. So I need to go find some pack animals. And then I can bring them back to this guy. I don't think... Yeah, I don't know Liaku the Dryad. I didn't hear anything about outcropping of white stones. Yeah. So we haven't seen this yet, but we have the option in the future. I'm going to forget this guy exists. So let's say, Factory Merchant, C41, needs pack animals. Sounds good. See you later, Tark. Of course, it's going to be a weird note because I don't have, like, location information for him. Is there a forwarding address I can use, or do I just have to find the animals and then happen to get this again? I think it's that one, unfortunately. Okay. Well, we make it. Oh, that's why you'd want to discard it and draw again, because sometimes it's just not useful. So this is POI 1, is the Exiles camp, and we need to do a level up. POI 1, the Exiles camp. Campsite. We could rest, we could stash, or still retrieve or sell items for their K value. Let's stow this random pair of pants that I don't need in my box. How do I know what the K value of an... Oh, it's on the back. So I could just sell these for one. I don't know why I would keep them. Something to consider. But maybe I get robbed, so I don't want to, lose all my money. Zertal also has a full inventory. The question is it worth getting rid of something? Probably the practice kit, or sorry, the practice focus. It's kind of hard to swap into, and I don't end up using the focus that often. Let's do that. Very cool. Also, let's take the card for Balm out of my skill deck, so I have the nice reference card. And let's take the card for pathfinding, the reference card for pathfinding. Try not to look at my other reference cards when I haven't actually unlocked them yet. Alright. Very cool. Level up, there's also... Yeah, you may take each Exile's Market for free once per day. We haven't done it yet today, so we're going to do the Smithy Apprentice action, which repairs 5 damage from armor, which is all of our damage. So I need to update my durability stats to reflect this. Boom. And boom. And then I need to change... Okay, so the cleric left hand is now undamaged. Right hand is now undamaged. And then the body and leg armor is now undamaged. And this overlay is really nice. Other than armor upkeep is a bit of a pain. That's going to be right arm goes to undamaged. Look at that. Okay. And then we level up. We spend 7 experience to level up. Boom, boom, boom. They still have a little bit left over. Well, they have 1 experience left over. So they both get to level 3. Which I need to punch out tokens for. Level 3, level 3. And there's some other stuff that happens on level up. So, take out my level 2 token, put in a level 3. No longer are we a weak level 2. We are now level 3. Is the stone getting more green? It is. Interesting. It's going from like blue to green. And then to yellow, I guess. Interesting. What else happens on a level up? Ooh, when we gain level 3, we draw event 903. That's pretty cool. And the max we can level up to at this camp is 4. So, we gotta find another place to level up soon. Alright, leveling up for Zertle. We could get Stratagem as a skill. We could get Bind Wounds as a skill. We get Smash or Light as a skill. I think... Ooh, Light leads to Imbue Armor. But I've really been liking the healing abilities for the cleric, so I'm going to go to Bind Wounds. So we will get that one out in a second. And then... let's see. I could get higher HP. I think I want higher MP. MP is becoming pretty important for my cleric. So I can go up to 5. That's pretty huge. And then I think I want to increase my wisdom to +4. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I want to do. So let's get out those tokens really quick. Do we also heal the full? I forget. Do you heal the full when you level up? I'm pretty sure you do. Oh, sorry. Just drew on myself. Level up is on page 6. Each level costs more experience than the previous one. Yep. Then replenish your health, mana, and speed to full. Yes. Cool. So let's apply that now. Zertle upped his max MP to 5 from 2. That is a huge jump. It's kind of a I don't know if it's a risk-reward situation, but it is a reward thing for being patient with the things you really want. The longer you wait, the bigger your jump. Because the value you set the attribute to is based purely on the level you're going into, not where it was before. You need a wisdom +4. Bam. Okay, I also need my Bind Wounds skill. Bind Wounds. To master, heal any exile while they are at 1 health or less. That happens quite frequently, in fact, so I'm glad I got that. And we get out one of our skill learned but not mastered tokens. And mark that we have in fact learned this skill, but we have not mastered it. Bam. What else did I need? I think that's all I needed, right? Okay. Oh, there is one other thing I need to do, and that is update my overlay. Sweet, sweet. Up next is Rick's leveling up. And when Rick's levels up, what do I want? So far, all of my weapons have been endurance-based, so I could increase my endurance just to hit better. I could also do dexterity, because I have had some dexterity checks, and I have not done, or I've not felt particularly comfortable with them. Also, skills that I can learn. Going to mark that pathfinding has been mastered. We could do Poultice, Swift as the Wolf, Sure as the Goat, or Ricochet. Ricochet sounds like something I might want. Poultice is probably a healing thing, which I think I have a lot of potions, so I don't think I need a healing thing. Let's go for Ricochet. That sounds like an attacky thing, and Rix is definitely my primary heavy hitter. Go up to level 3. Do I just go up to 5 speed? I think so. Yeah, let's go up to 5 speed. Do that jump from 3 to 5. Which is not an amazing jump, to be honest. But maybe I'm just saying that because Zertle got 2 to 5. Endurance I could get up to +4. Or I could get something else to +4. Yeah. Let's do endurance because that's my hitting stuff attribute. And again, I just want to hit stuff better. And we shall acquire, or we'll upgrade our speed maximum to 5. And we shall get our skill, which is Ricochet. Ricochet. To master, hit with a basic bow attack while a different foe is diagonal to the original targets. Okay. Pretty sure that also came up in this last fight. I think both of those are eminently doable. And I look forward to doing them. And just getting new skills. I like having new skills. Maybe that's just me. Now, am I supposed to grab the reference card right away, which tells me what's on the other side? Or is that not a good idea? Huh. Let's put Rix's stats up now. Speed 5. Everything else looks the same. Sweet. Alright, we draw event 903. I'm very excited for that. That's way far back in this list. Oh my goodness. 900. The Paths. Thades walks up after your last training session. Your skills have grown since the hunt began. I can see all your hard work on display. Come with me. Thades leads you to a large chest. Here, we don't have much, but I'd like you to take something from the guild cache. You've earned it. Once for the whole party. Draw up to 3 items from the chest, keep 1 item, and return the others to the chests. So we just get a pathless wood item. Sounds good to me. Oh, right. We can draw up to 3. I feel a lot of little ones in here, which I'm very interested in because our armor sucks right now. So let's draw 2 littles and then maybe 1 big. 2 littles and 1. Actually, I don't. I would love a better weapon for Zertle, but it has to be a staff. So never mind. I just need to get a better staff from his specific path box. Let's get 3 littles and see what we get. We got okay. Buckled cuff, which is a 2-block arm slot, and then a clasped cuff, which is on the other arm, also 2 armor, and then a scarred shoulder, which again 2 armor, but it's a shoulder. So I think what I do is I give the 2 arms to Zertle, since he has pretty poor gear right now. He gets the right arm and the left arm. That's a pretty big upgrade for him. And then I give the shoulder to Rix. Oh, that's not how this works. It's not how this works at all. I keep 1 of them and return the others to the chest. Yeah, Zertle just keeps getting hit for a lot, so I'm going to get, I guess, the left arm armor. And I'm really sad that I couldn't do better than that. That couldn't keep all 3, sorry. I need to input Rix's armor. No, Zertle's armor. There we go. And then durability. We need a 1/1. Yeah, it's still just a 1 durability armor, but I'm hoping it's good. I need left arm to be undamaged. Bam. What's next? We flip the card. Ladies nods at you. You've earned your next rank on the path. There's still a long way to go, but you should feel proud. If a Path of Valor is in the party, gain blah blah blah. Path of Shadow. Path of Light is in the party. That's me. That's Zertle. Gain Dossier L13. And I'm hoping this is like a new cleric title. L13. Instead of Soother, I get to be a healer. Bam. And then if there's a Path of Wandering, you get Dossier WA3. WA3. Which is Tracker. So we have Rix the Triumphant Trickster Tracker. That's fun. I didn't mean to do that, but that's super fun that I get TTT. And then Zertle the Kind Halfling Healer. Ooh, if I make myself the Hungry Halfling Healer, I get to do it on that one too. But I like the Kind. I know that the Hungry is the fun thing to do. I can still roleplay as Hungry, but the Kind describes where I'm going. Hungry describes where I've been. You may replace your old path rank with the new one, and then get rid of this card. So I'm going silent for a second. I just realized I have cards in the wrong banish pile. Which is probably not the biggest issue, but it will mean the boxes aren't really meant to hold that much stuff. The card boxes. These card boxes. So I just want to make sure I correct that before it becomes a big problem. We've leveled up. We're ready to move on. I'm going to do a little bit more, but I can't play for too much longer. So if I run into like a combat encounter, I probably will have to stop. But we need to get to the Singing Fields to save the brother, and we also have to find this sword somewhere. And there's a couple other things we've been trying to do. So let's go on this Plains path, which is the red flower, to the Haran Plains. Unnatural mist. A thick mist covers the ground, making it difficult to see where your feet are falling. Draw event 261. This is probably bad for me, but I actually love when these are not just you lose a resource, you know? Right, we're missing a travel token right now. Event 261. Let's see what happens. Oh, the ghosts return. Yay! A strange mist swirls at your feet, obscuring the ground and looking like some sort of ethereal blanket. Nearby, the mist begins to swell, congealing into a familiar form. It's the ghost from the Flying Fish Inn. She floats here in the mists, still in her nightgown. There she is. Well, if it isn't the clever Rix and Zertle. It's good to see you. I've been thinking about my death, and maybe I'm still here because I'm a bit embarrassed. But I was murdered. Dolly didn't know, but someone suffocated me with my pillow. I saw them after I'd left my body. Long blonde hair, an evil look. They went through my coin purse. I thought looking for Kay, but instead they took the squill. Well, they tried to at least, but the enchantments had turned it to ash when I suffocated. Anyway, now that you know, maybe you can bring them to justice, you being so clever and all. Thank you for listening. I feel I'm ready to move on now. I guess I'll see what's next. Farewell. With a wave, the ghost and the mist begin to vanish until not a trace remains, and we get an RP point, but we're both full. Gain dossier T16, banish travel 13, which is this one. Yep, banish this one. And also, banish this card. T16. Dossier T16. I think it's another title. The Clever. Ooh. Rix the Clever. We're getting too many titles for our own good. We get all puffed up. Okay. What else was I about to do? I was going to note, actually, the information. Long blonde hair and an evil look. Stealing squills. And murdering. As one does. And so it's not our Hathaway friend. It's not Urky. Urky Fertz. Okay, so we have a couple of options. We could try to find where actual Keepwick is, which might be a real town. Or we can go to the Singing Fields, and I wanted to go to the Singing Fields to talk to the brother, see what's going on there. Cutting wind. Your spirits are high as you travel along, though, because we are on a grassy path. Let's make like a tree and continue moving. And we go to enter location on medium 7. Once again, if this is a combat, I'm probably instantly calling it. Medium 7. The tall grass obscures your view all around. The wind kicks up for a moment and a noise begins to grow like a choir of voices humming in harmony. You realize it's the wind playing through the grass. The music of the field is beautiful, if a little unnerving. Okay. And we begin right here. And it looks like we're in like a hedge maze almost. We can go to long 7, so I guess we just go do that. Deep in the grass. The grass is taller here, if that is possible. Walls of leafy green blades tower above your head. Are we shrinking again? Oh no. Alright. This is going to be a difficult one to actually track. Well, first of all, these can go over here, and then you, Inky Ferts, can move. Because we're doing this. And we're going to go all the way to POI 18. With Zertle in the lead. POI 18. Overgrown Trail. You are standing in a field of tall grass that flows and waves in every direction. There's a low grunting coming from nearby. Your nose wrinkles at a pungent odor on the breeze. The path here seems to dive into the deep green foliage. If a Fae is in the party, you draw a key 160, but we do not have a Fae. We have a Fellish and a Halfling. So there's grunting, odor, or path. Let's talk about this odor. You wrinkle your nose up. It smells like some gigantic wet dog drying in the warm sun. It's not pleasant. What about the grunting? Beyond the rustle of the grass, you hear low grunting. It must be coming from a large animal, but you can't see anything nearby. The path. You see the trail go into the grass. It's far too overgrown to pass. You need to clear a path through if you wanted to continue onward. Clear path. The cost is 1 speed. Only one person needs to do this, I assume, so whoever has the most strength. So, Zertle spends a speed. And makes a strength 12 check, which is 9 and up. That plus 3. I got a 14. It's not really showing up, but it's a 14. You hack at the tall grass, clearing a trail. We get an RP point, but that doesn't matter because we're full. Then draw medium 8 and index this card. Medium 8. I really wish I had a Fae in my party. I bet that would have been important right now. The water hole. You cut through the grass, clearing a path to what appears to be a water hole for the local fauna. The fauna in this case are 2 large boar. They look up from their drinking with wild eyes. They don't seem happy to see you. Where does this go? I assume... Gotta clean these guys up. I assume they go... Like this? Oh yeah, there we go. I can match up the artwork. So it's like this. And we are hacking our trail here. And we just see some new foes, so I gotta get those out and put these old ones away. But that's gonna wrap it up for today's session once I get that set up. I hope I'm up to this fight. I hope it's not like high leveled, because we are not high leveled. We are level 3 though. We are level 3. We just have no gears, the real problem. So I need foe 22. Ah. Other than the bandits we fought earlier today, there are no other foes between 14 and 22. Dang. I don't know what that means exactly, but other than there's a big gap. All right. And I'm going to need my threat deck. So, the Crazed Boar. You smell the beast before you catch sight of it, mud caked to its fur. The crazed look it charges towards you wildly. Wildly. Is how you charge at me. Oh, yikes. Okay. Their weak point heals some of their damage. Yikes. I also need their figure. 22? Not in this box, must be in the other one. $22. Let's see what these boars look like. Ooh. I'm here for that. Yeah, I like the look of that. This is not the best medium for showing this off, but yeah, they're pretty good. And I need to get out the double wide base inserts so I can color code them. I could be missing one. So now I gotta figure out where I put it. Oh dear. You know what? I have fought a thing with a double bass before. I wonder if I just accidentally left it in their slots. I'm pretty sure I've done that. Wait. Now I'm confused. Sorry, this is probably a waste of time for all of you watching. But what did I fight that was figure 5? Yes, the rat king. Big rat, giant rat. Giant rat does not have a brown base on it. Oh wait, it does. Haha. I'm a genius and also blind. Both things can be true. Okay. So we have our brown boar, who is number 2 over here. And our green boar, who is number 1 over here. Ah, I see. Does it say what level these things are? They're level 2. Okay. They're level 2, so that should be doable next time. That is a lot of hit points. And what I'm learning is these guys, I want to hit the weak points first because then they can't heal. So I'm going to shuffle my threat deck to get it ready, but otherwise we are in combat. Ooh, can I move my whole setup a little bit? To maybe have the threat deck on the screen underneath. Hmm. Yeah, just flip them over to here essentially, and they'll be. I can also just put them on the tile. Like we're not retreating back to this tile, probably. What else is true? This needs to be, or ideally this is on camera. Bam. And that's everything. Okay. So we will pick up right in this combat next time, because I do need to leave. So guys, thanks for watching. I truly do appreciate it. Honestly. If you liked what you saw, feel free to tune in every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for more of my streams. On Mondays, I'm going to list times. They're all going to be in US and Canada Pacific time. So on Mondays at 1 p.m. I stream Pal World. Mondays at 10:30 p.m. I stream Marvel Legendary. Wednesdays 1 p.m. I stream Pal World again. Fridays at both 1 p.m. and 10:30 p.m. I stream Arydia, the Path We Dare Tread, the game we just watched. Man, I'm so happy got back into this. I had been wanting to for a while. It's just one of those things where um, I had to take last week off because I was sick. And I was sick because I have small children and they, you know, they're little germ factories. Lovable, adorable germ factories. Uh, anyways, so lost my train of thought. Since I'm distracting myself anyways, um, as an aside, I have been if I were to do merch, if I felt I could justify merch for myself, I would definitely have a quote for myself that is never start a sentence without knowing where you're going with it. Because I've said that multiple times, and it's definitely a thing I don't. It's advice I don't follow. Anyways, uh, right. So I had to take last week off, and I really missed it. Um, this is a really enjoyable game. The Not all the gameplay is perfect. Like no game's gonna be perfect, but the quality of the components and especially just the amount of thought that was clearly put into how to make the component work for the game is huge. Um, like you have to give this dev team props for that. They did an amazing job on this, and it's a pleasure to play for that reason. Uh, there are some mechanical pitfalls, obviously. There's some jank. And I feel like if this were to be played multiplayer, there'd be a lot of time spent on each player's turn, just like, well, what's the optimal thing? Should I go there and do this attack, or should I go here and do this attack? And I do that too, obviously. You've watched me, I can't hide from that fact. But because I'm solo, I don't feel bad about, first of all, shortcutting that decision a little bit. Um, and also, I have no one to kind of push back against my plans if they're stupid. So it plays a little bit faster that way because there's no back and forth. It's just, should I do this? Let's go for it. Ooh, that was a bad decision. Why did I ever think I could do that? Uh, okay. Um, I've distracted myself again. Everything I do here on Twitch is recorded as a video on demand and then exported to my YouTube channel. There's a link in the channel description down below, the Twitch channel description down below. If you happen to be watching on YouTube, hello, welcome. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And you can find everything I do sorted into playlists, ideally. And it's 99, I want to say 99% of all streams I've ever done is on my YouTube channel. So you have a rich backlog to look into. More than any one person should probably consume, I'll be honest. Yeah. Yeah, feel free to watch those. And I really do appreciate it, and I really do thank everyone for watching, for chatting and commenting. Those are important things. For interaction helps me know that I'm doing anything right, uh, or not. Um, Also, liking, subscribing, and following, depending on your platform, are also great ways to tell me that you like where I'm going with this content and want to see more. Because otherwise, I don't really have that feedback. I'm still gonna do it. I just don't have the feedback. So, anyways, thanks everyone. Hopefully I continue to improve, and I will see you all next time. Bye.